Looks like we've got green flags all around the circuit now. Waiting for the start of the MX125 class here at MX of African Nations 2025. We're at Donnybrook. It's the Bog Wheelers Club motocross track. And one of the hotly contested categories are in the gates right now with 125s. The fight will be on between South Africa, Zimbabwe, Uganda, Kenya, Botswana, Namibia, and Madagascar are in the house as well. Let's see who's got what it takes for the whole shot. 15-second board changes to 5. Here we go. Gates drop. Here we go. Turn 1. And it's the 14 bike Thor Johnson by the looks of things around the outside. It's SA 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Thor Johnson getting the start there. Blake Frost up there with him as well. Fantastic start from Caden Vista and Tristan Deroe. The first 4 bikes come from South Africa. It's a Zimbabwean versus a Namibian coming for what is going to be 5 and 6 place. Let's see as they come through here for the first time now and sort themselves out. Here we go. 14 and 13, make that 13 out front. Thor Johnson, outgunning Blake Frost. Oh, a rider down here as well on the 8 bike. Declan Barrett makes a mistake, drops to the back of the pack. Back to the leaders down into Better Brands Petroleum Corner. 13, 14, 15, they're all out there from South Africa. First off, the Zimbabweans starting to come into play as well. Looks like that might be Riley Rocher. We're going to see where Tariq Shelton got to as well. Didn't quite get the start he wanted. I was looking for that purple helmet, didn't quite pick up on Tariq. And now they're into it big time. SA 1, 2, 3, 4. No, make that 1, 2, 3. And 4th place is now the Zimbabwean Tariq Shelton. Looks like Shelton has moved himself up into the 4th spot. Putting in a valiant effort there to run with the South Africans. Hoping for a bit of help there from Riley. Declan Barrett was in the mix and then made a small mistake here on the finish line. Boom. Once again, a similar mistake to what we've seen from about 4 or 5 riders there on the first lap, just getting caught out with the extra ruts that have now formed on these berms. The track is starting to come into its own now here for MX of African Nations 2025. Is that Tariq or is that Riley? I'm not quite sure. It's Riley, I thought so. It's Riley Rocher that's up there, so he's a bit further up than what I expected to see. I expected to see Tariq up there. He has a move on the inside. Oh! The block pass worked for Tristan Deroe. He went on the inside of Frosty and Frosty saw him coming, had a look and put the wheel down. So Blake Frost is going to have to come back now from a long way back. Deroe up to 2nd. Riley up into 3rd place now. Inside line is Caden Visa. Round the outside. By the looks of things there for Uganda or Madagascar. I think it's Uganda's up there as well. Possibly Gift or Jason. One of the 2 Ugandans. Tracy Lochner there from Namibia in the mid-pack as we watch the return of Declan Barrett. He's trying to make up some ground now. Made a small mistake there, but Barrett's now got a massive move to make if he wants to get back to the front end. Speaking of that front end, here they come into the stadium section one more time. There's a big dive on the inside coming from Tristan Deroe. He caught Frost out. Frosty was watching his inside line. Just missed the rut and blew that right out. Dropped the bike down here in the final berm. Have a look at this. So Thor Johnson leads out over Tristan Deroe. Riley on a charge. Wants to beat the South Africans. 12 bike. In 4 at the moment is Caden Visa, but what a run here from the 26 bike of Bwan Lagaga from Uganda. Gift is having such a good run here. in with a shot of a top 5 for Uganda in the 125s. Amazing run so far from Gift as he gets into the mix there with the South Africans and the Zimbabweans. 2 riders down at the big tree in the 125 class. So it's Duro now trying to get away. Looking to keep Thor Johnson and Riley Rocher behind him. Rocher closing up. That gap has come down rapidly between Johnson and Rocher. Riley on the move. Caden Visa still maintaining the 4 spot ahead of Gift from Uganda. Uganda's having a great run, that is for sure. Watching further back out, also a little pack heading to the trees. Let's have a look at them coming down here towards Peter Brands Petroleum Corner. 37 and 38 going at it there. Jono Metzger and JC Lochner in a fight of note for the Civil War of Namibia. Who's going to be the best rider in the Namibian squad here for 125s. '27 good over that bike for Jason Burrows. Have a look at how it's getting up close and personal now between Tristan Duro and the back market traffic. Riley's up to second. Zimbabwe up into second place. Riley Rocher into second place. So it's Duro who leads out. Rocher to second place now. And still with a bit of time. Can he catch Tristan Duro? That's what we're going to ask ourselves now. Zimbabwe will certainly be behind him. Right now it's Thor Johnson who is behind him and in amongst traffic. Thor Johnson losing lots of ground there in the traffic to Riley. Riley gaining ground onto the leader. Duro's going to have to be very wary. Riley Rocher's now fired up after getting to second place. He's caught one South African. Can he catch the other one? Jono Metzger getting passed down left by Tariq Shelton. He hasn't really the start he wanted. He'll be looking for a better one next tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon in Heat 2 and Heat 3. So Duro coming up some more back markers. Now we wait to see what the gap is going to be like here, heading into the closing stages. Tristan Duro is high flying around the outside of the Madagascan. But here comes Rocher. Riley can see him. He's got him in his sights. Has he got enough to catch and pass him though? Are there enough laps left here for Riley Rocher and maybe some more back markers to help him out? We would have loved a little bit of help there from his fellow Zimbabwean, Declan Barrett, who went down earlier on. Riley has got that top section absolutely dialed. It's where he makes up a huge amount of ground. Closing on the back end of Tristan Duro. Andile Mokorosi is the man from Botswana that's gone down there needing some medical assistance, so a medical team being called into practice again. As we see Tariq Shelton coming through the final turn. Waiting now to see if we get any change up between that gap. Was that DeRoe taking his hand off the bar? It was. DeRoe starting to get a little bit of forearm pump there. Riley Roche the same thing. They're starting to feel the effects of a slightly more rutted motocross track. DeRoe hanging on, but Roche definitely taking his arm off and giving it a little bit of a wiggle when he gets onto the straightaway. Let's see if we see it now. Won't see it through the whoops, but we might see it down this main straight, headed back towards the start-finish line. Board goes out, telling DeRoe that Roche is coming. Let's have a look and see. No, he stays on the bars all the way through. The gap has definitely come down, that is for sure. Let's see if we can make up some more ground now in his favourite section at the top end of the circuit. It's just where he seems to find a little bit more rhythm, a bit more groove, and maintains slightly better lines than Tristan DeRoe's able to do. But DeRoe's quick into the 100-footer and down into the quarry. So there's parts of the circuit that are advantageous to both riders, which might just make it a bit more difficult there for Riley to close this gap down with only a couple more laps to go. Shelton closing onto the back end there of Dan Matima from Uganda. He's got the Namibian there, 37, Janu Metska. He's in a bit of a fight of his own there with Jeremy Rocco from Madagascar. There's your leader. So far, so good for Tristan DeRoe, just there at the front. Roche has tried hard. Just don't know if he's got enough time, and he might have run out of the pace he needs to catch the high-flying Tristan DeRoe out front. Roche can see him, so if you can see the rider in front, there's always that sort of carrot that gets dangled in front of you, but that same thing can be said about Thor Johnson. Thor Johnson now has also turned the wick up slightly in the closing stages. He's closed the gap down now on Riley. So could possibly be a three-way fight by the end of this one to see who's going to have what it takes to wrap up this first heat. There are a lot of back markers out there for them still to negotiate coming into the last few laps, so it's all about traffic and whether you can get through it unscathed or not. Some of the traffic they're coming up on are involved in their own little fight, so they won't know they're coming. Sometimes that could be an advantage. We're going to ride it out right in front here. So one of the Ugandans, I think it might be, yes it is. The 27 bike there of Jason Burrows has gone down. His teammate goes past 28, Dan Matima. And it's the Madagascan. Another Namibian there, the 37 bike of Janu Metska. Last lap board out now for the leader as he goes past the down rider. I don't know if Riley's got enough here to catch Tristan DeRoe on this last lap. DeRoe's in full flight. Can he keep it all together now? Right behind him is Thor Johnson on Roche. So Roche and Johnson fighting for second. DeRoe should be able to maintain and take the win. In case of who can get that second place. There are some back markers that are going to come up on. That might change things up there, particularly for Thor Johnson. Johnson comes out of the twisties. Looking to catch onto the back end of Riley Roche there on the 6 bike from Zimbabwe. They come flying around the top end of the first part of that big drop into the quarry section. Zimbabwe versus Madagascar just ahead of our leader as he comes around the outside of one of the Namibian riders. Finds a way through, easily done in the end. No, it's going to stay the same. Thor Johnson could not catch Rocha on the last pass. So here they come to the line for the win. South Africa takes it. And it's Cam Deroe for the win in 125s. Rocha for Zimbabwe into second. And right behind him for South Africa as well. Great ride from Thor Johnson. Wrapping up MX125s.